news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, looking at the sun. Boy, how deceptive it can be. A little bit on the chilly side once again this morning. A number of cities in the teens, and we actually did see a few single digits as far as overnight lows go. We'll tell you about those in just a second. Winter-like day yesterday with some flurries overnight, not nearly as chilly in some spots as what it was the night before, but still we were well below normal for this time of the year temperature-wise. We should be at 39 in the afternoon and 27 at night. We looked at some low temperatures overnight, the immediate Saginaw area. With some foggy conditions earlier this morning. It did make for some slick roads. 14 degrees in Saginaw, 14 degrees up in Gladwin. Caro started the morning off at 16. Cass City and Bad Axe at 15. Freeland, you had 19 degrees for an overnight low. Move a little bit further south. Durand, right now, they reported 12 degrees overnight. Owasso was at 17. Goodrich, that's in the Flint area, looking at 12 degrees. And then we start getting into single digits. And we went quite a bit south in order to find them. Manchester, which is well in southern Michigan, as well as Whitmore Lake, which is about 10 minutes or less north of Ann Arbor. Both of them started off at 9 degrees. Glenny, a little bit further north, 8. And Hale had an overnight low of 5. And all of these cropped up somewhere between 6 and 7 o'clock this morning. That's when we hit the lowest temperatures. Low pressure system over the Tennessee Valley. It's now over Virginia. And that's the reason why extreme southern Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky looked at measurable amount of snow as we moved into the evening hours overnight last night and the early morning hours this morning. Matthew, as I said, the immediate Saginaw area started off at 14. Where are we at right now?
Well, over at the airport, it's foggy at 18. Over in Midland, it's cloudy at 25. Here at Radio Center, it's sunny at 19. We have southwest winds at 3 miles per hour, and our pressure is at 29.98, and it's steady.
We're not really looking for the winds to pick up that much at all if they do. And we are looking, though, for our temperatures to climb with the help of that sun as we go into the afternoon. Our high temperature is projected to be right around 30 degrees. I think we'll hit it. We're looking for a low tonight of about 18, so still a little cool. We're running about 8 to 10 degrees below normal for this time of the year, temperature-wise, in the afternoon as well as overnight. Clouds are going to be more of the weather scene as we roll into the nighttime hours. We'll have a light southwest breeze, 10, 11 miles per hour. That's going to be it. Moving into the day tomorrow, the winds are going to be picking up a little bit. Mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, and we'll keep our eye on a frontal system. I think it's going to whip through the state after lunch tomorrow, probably close to 2:30. And as a result, those winds are going to be picking up. And once that front moves through, we'll have some light snow. And that'll be pretty much our weather for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. Accumulations, yeah, we could pick up about an inch of snow by the time it's all said and done. But one thing is for sure, those winds are going to be gusting tomorrow, coming out of the southwest with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Now, it'll taper off late tomorrow night into the day on Thursday. The winds will. We're going to be looking still at that chance of some snow, and then partly cloudy after midnight tomorrow night. And what that will do is it'll lower our temperatures here in the Great Lakes Bay area down pretty close to 10 degrees for an overnight low on Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. Moving into the day on Thursday, we won't even hit 20 degrees for a high. We are going to be having some snow, but mostly just partly cloudy as we go through a good part of the day on Thursday. Thursday night, the cold temperatures will continue to be a part of our weather scene. We're going to be looking at a high pressure system that will take over as we go into the day on Thursday. It'll be located over Iowa, and that's going to keep us on the cold side of things. We're looking at 20 degrees cooler than where we should be for a high on Thursday. And Thursday night's low will be 20 degrees cooler than where we should be also. We're talking single digits on Thursday night. 7 degrees is what our low is going to be in the Great Lakes Bay area. And needless to say, areas to the north and some of the low-lying areas to the south more than likely will be colder than that. Are we going to see any zero temperatures? Well, I don't know. But right now, we're looking at 7 for a low in the Great Lakes Bay area on Thursday night. We'll begin a little bit of a warming trend, if that's what you want to call it, relative, I guess, to what we have been seeing. Friday, partly cloudy skies, but then the clouds will be moving in late in the day on Friday. We're looking for a high temperature on Friday of 22, a low temperature on Friday night, only dropping down to about 18. And there will be another system that'll be moving through the Tennessee Valley, and it's going to generate snow in Kentucky and very possibly in extreme southern Ohio and Indiana, right along the Ohio River. Again, that is on Friday and Friday night. Now, as we move into the weekend, Saturday, 30 degrees for a high. Heat wave, but still about 9 degrees cooler than where we should be. 10 for a low on Saturday night. There'll be a chance once again of some snow showers and snow flurries moving into Sunday. And then on Monday, a mix of clouds and sun as we go through both days. 24, 25, 26 degrees for a high on Saturday or on Sunday and Monday. Nighttime lows Sunday night, once again, will be single digits. We'll be right around 7, 8 degrees. Warming trend as far as getting back to normal. No, nothing in the foreseeable future. All the way through the 15th of the month, we'll be running at below or much below on the temperatures, average as far as the moisture is concerned. And again, a lot of this precipitation that we are going to be experiencing is going to be unique to Michigan, in that it's going to be more lake effect type activity simply because the water is still warmer than what the air temperature is over land. Record high in this state is 63. That was set back in 1982. The record low is 3, and that was set in 1940, tied in 1966, and tied in 1976. The coldest ever 2nd of December was 1966. 13 was our high, 3 was our low. The warmest ever 2nd of December, 1982. 63 was our high, 53 was our low. Now, the most rain that we got was in 1982. We picked up an inch of rain December the 2nd of 1982. The most snow we ever received on a December 2nd, 6 inches, and that was set back in 1980. Sun will set this evening at 5:01, rise tomorrow morning at 7:52. So that, in a nutshell, is what the weather is all about, and we're going to continue to get some pretty chilly weather for the next several days. More on that weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by today, Matthew, who do we have?
Coming up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. You know, it's always a good idea to make sure that you don't have to work too hard, whether it's shoveling snow, and a lot of you did do that, or just a lot of outdoor chores. Matter of fact, what would really be nice is if you have a tractor out there that'll get the job done for you that's got a cab on it. You know, that does help. Well, the folks at Weiss Equipment will set you up. You know, they've got those compact Farmall A and Farmall C series tractors available. They're right there. Now, the Farmall C and C series with cabs are what you might want to be looking at right now, because they've got some pretty good prices on those, and there's some financing available as well right now through the end of the year on these Farmall tractors. They range anywhere from 35 to 140 horses. And as I said, they'll get the job done, whatever the job is, because Weiss will pair you up with the right size tractor and the job that you need. So you're not going to be spending more money than you really need to. The tractor does it all. So no matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red, and it's called Farmall. See them today. They're all in a row right along the road at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Abby Twilliger over at the Andersons. And Abby, other than the soybeans, the last time I looked, we were in the green.
Yeah, and actually the next few nearby months for soybean tradings are now in the green too, since you started talking.
Oh, right. Well, we're off and rolling then. What's the reason why the markets are doing what they're doing?
So it looks like a lot of it is being carried on the wheat. Wheat is currently up 9 for the nearby. Let's see, next summer is currently up 6. I guess there was a pretty decent hailstorm in Argentina yesterday. That's kind of what the wheat's rallying on. The other thing that happened is they released exports yesterday for corn at 56 million bushels that they exported this past week. 747 million bushel total for this crop year, and that's 71% higher than where we were at last year. So it's on pace to be a record year for exports on corn. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that keeps moving in that direction.
Now, as far as the wheat is concerned, obviously for us, where it feels like, and it is almost winter, down there, the wheat harvest isn't too far off, is it?
Correct. Yeah, they're, kind of opposite of where we are. So,
and that's why they're a little concerned. Evidently quite a storm.
Yeah, I haven't really read too much about it. Just one of the wires I got had pointed that out. I'm going to have to dig into it a little bit more. And I mean, hate to see someone's crop, get damaged, but hey, if our market goes up, I guess we'll take it.
Well, the nice thing about the way the markets have been going and everything else is farmer sentiment seems to be getting a little bit better right now nationwide. I was reading an article last night and early this morning where they were talking about farmers are more optimistic now than they have been since June of this past year. So I don't know. I think we're heading in the right direction. It's just going to be a matter of getting people to actually do what they're saying they're going to do when it comes to buying our product.
Correct. Yep. And that's soybeans. It's kind of stagnant right now on the lack of news from China. Thankfully, it's not giving up a whole lot of the the ups that we have made, the progress that we've made. So hopefully that, continues. Maybe hopefully we get news in the next week or two that they had bought more, and we can see another jump and hit some guys' targets for what they want to sell at.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice, especially before the end of the year. I think the guys have got some bills to pay.
Yeah, I think all their wives want new Christmas presents too.
Oh, ho, ho. So right now, you're speaking from knowledge here, Abby. Really?
It's just a nice reminder, a hint.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully the right person is listening. Right now
wonder if my dad is.
Yeah, there you go. So right now on the board, Abby, what have you got at Anderson's?
All right, right now in Hemlock, for corn right now, $3.94, 26 crop $4.03. Soybeans right now we're at $10.77. For next year 26 crop we are at $10.20. Red wheat for next summer we're at $4.92, and white wheat we are at $5.12.
Abby, you take care. Have a great day. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You betcha. Abby Twilliger over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth now. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The market report brought to you by Steiner Tractor. You know, they do take their job personally at Steiner Tractor Parts because they understand how your life and job both stop if that tractor stops running. And if you've got an old tractor that you really don't want to depend on, but you do need it from time to time, especially if it hooks up to a blade or a snowblower, might be a very good idea to make sure that everything is working properly. And if it isn't, Steiner Tractor, they'll set you up. 800-234-3280. That's the telephone number. Or you can go online at steinertractor.com. Market report also brought to you by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. Got a lot of things going on here in December. You need to supply the food for an event. Might be a very good idea to call Kryjak's and set that up. 989-894-5531. Now, you want everybody to sit back, relax, and enjoy themselves and go out for a nice dinner. Well, Kryjak's House, the place to go. Might be a good idea to call up and reserve some table and chairs there because, hey, a lot of folks go to Kryjak's as we go through the holidays. Also, if you're going to be setting up for meetings here over the winter or into the summer or the fall of next year, it's not too early to be calling. 989-894-5531. Kryjak's will take care of the food, whatever it is. Corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City. Doug Klein, good morning.
Good morning.
What are we looking at now?
Well, maybe if we're lucky, the grain traders have run out of sellers. That would be nice if they could break through that self-imposed ceiling that the sellers put in there. Maybe the buyers would take over. That would be good.
Yes, it will.
It's Christmas. We can wish on anything.
Well, I'll tell you what I'd like to see is the price of gas that they have down in Findlay, Ohio right now.
In the low mid twos or what?
$2.19. A friend of mine sent me a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you got to be kidding me. Nope.
I've been meaning to take a trip to Findlay anyway. I'm just thinking.
You might burn half of that tank up getting there and half of the tank going back, but it feels good anyway.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. What else should we be looking at?
Well, Bitcoin is having a huge comeback today, almost 10% from yesterday's low, but up 7% today, over 90,000 again. Who knows? Again, maybe a case of running out of sellers and probably somewhat of a dead cat bounce until it hits, whatever, a new high. You got to kind of sort of consider that. So, but it's exciting, things happen. Procter & Gamble hit a new low today, 2-year low. So that's kind of sort of interesting. These are down to $143 a share, coming off a high this year or last year, I guess, 1 year ago, 180. So that's kind of tough. But like I say, if there's no buyers really, you gotta really be careful. You gotta wait till all the tax loss selling is done, and that might be close to the end of the year. Toward the end of December. Something to keep an eye on. It should be a company that doesn't go away. So you have that going for you. Maybe cross your fingers. Here's your numbers. December corn is 436 3/4, up 4. The March corn 450 1/2, up 5 1/2. January soybeans 1129 1/2, up 1 1/2. The March soybeans 1139 1/2, also up 1 1/2. The December wheat is 536, up 5 3/4, and the March wheat is 543 1/4, up 8 1/4. The crude oil is 58.96, down 36 cents. And by the way, Saudi Arabia came through with their budget and their $44 billion in the tank on 2026 budget. So, I hate to see that number go up, but yeah, I'd like to see that number go up if crude oil goes down for them. That would be sweet. Heating oil is $234.70. That's up 0.7 of a penny. Gasoline is $184.30, down 2.5 cents. Natural gas is $487.50. That's down 4.5 cents. That's really close to hitting the high for the year, interestingly enough. Over to currency, Canadian dollar. The U.S. dollar buys $1.3988 Canadian. That's down 7 ticks. The dollar buys 155.86 yen. That's up 46 ticks. There's a whole lot of chatter about the yen carry trade, borrowing money in Japan in the currency of the yen, and then investing it, right, and hoping to pay it back, someday in the future, without getting hung out to dry on the currency fluctuations. Kind of a risky move, but the hedge funds use that a lot. So anyway, over to the euro, 116. That's down 10 ticks, and the dollar is at 99.47. That's up 6 ticks. Everything in metals is down today. Not a big deal. Gold is at 41.7250, down 66.80 an ounce. Silver's 57.20, down $1.20. Platinum's at 16.5290, down 23.60, and copper's at 5.19, down 6 cents.
All righty, Doug. Thank you.
All righty. Take care.
Take care. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed headquarters. When it comes to pricing seed, or when it comes to pricing a lot of the resource product that you're going to need for 2026, now's the time to be doing it if you haven't done it already. Vic Huffer and his staff ready to go. They're ready to help you out, whatever you need, because remember, serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983, Freeland Bean and Grain. Matthew, coming up, who do we have?
Coming up next, we have Jerry Samolsky from the Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville, and we also have Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Insurance Agency.
Before we get to them, we'll be right back.
As every grower knows, Mother Nature has the final say, and 2025 proved that again. Each season brings new challenges and opportunities, and we learn from both. At ACH Seeds, we go right alongside you, taking your feedback to our breeding team so we can keep adapting to the realities of sugar beet farming. Our diverse lineup is built to meet those challenges and help you stay productive, profitable, and ready for whatever that next season brings.
This is Jeff Karst, your ACH Seeds independent sales agent. Looking ahead to 2026, I'm excited to share 4 new varieties designed to fit a range of growing conditions. They're well suited for Mission Sugar's new quality payment system, and seed supplies are strong. I'd be happy to help you sort through options for your farm and find the best fit for your operation. Thanks again for your continued partnership with ACH Seeds.
ACH Seeds, growing with you.
Along with us, Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, talking a little bit about salt yesterday. Walked out the back door into the parking lot, and there's gobs of salt all over the place. All I could think of is, oh boy, I'm glad there were no shrubs or bushes around.
Yeah, some of the applicators are paid by the ton that they apply, and so
I think they left it all in the parking lot.
Being stingy isn't really in their best benefit. And there's another thing too: it's people are kind of so happy, so they've got to make sure that they get enough down. But when you've got control of a situation, particularly at your home or somewhere, less is more. You can keep reapplying. Matter of fact, we just did a little bit back here between our shops, and it was very little. And you know what? That little snow we had last night came in this morning. It had melted it right away. And we use so little in the first place. So, again, it doesn't take a lot, and salt does damage to a lot of, concrete surfaces, other surfaces as well. So if we can minimize it, it's really the best for everybody and everything involved.
Yeah, and it's also a lot better on my wallet when I'm only using little portions at a time.
There you go. And, a lot of people are using this straight rock salt is probably, it's the cheapest, but it's the least. And gosh, when we're getting up into some getting down into some temperatures that we're starting to get to, salt doesn't work. So we need some mag chloride or something else, and with that salt to help make it work. But just straight salt is I think it stops working at about 24 degrees, 26 degrees, something like that.
Yeah.
So you might look for something else.
You made a real good point. Jerry, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Yes, sir.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Joining us now, Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Let's stick on the subject of snow here, Craig.
Yeah, good morning, Terry. Seems to be the topic of the day. If you're one of those folks that has bought a snowplow or a salt spreader, and we get calls like this quite often this time of year that they're going to go out and try and make some money, and we don't want to stop anybody from doing that. That's for sure. If you got the ambition, that's great. Just check with your insurance company though. When you start collecting money for plowing or salting and those kinds of activities, even if you have a commercial auto policy, there may be some adjustments that need to be made to the policy. And if you don't have a commercial policy, for sure your homeowner's policy will not likely cover you when you're out plowing the neighbor's driveway and getting paid for it. So check in on that. Of course, that'll ding your profit margin a little bit, but it shouldn't be too painful, and you'd rather have the insurance company paying for a mistake than you out of pocket.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, I guess. Craig, you take care. We'll talk to you in a couple of days. All righty?
All right. Sounds good, Terry. Thanks.
You bet. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Protect That Potato, America's favorite game show about protecting potatoes. Tonight's question: how do you get long-lasting residual control of white mold and early blight with enhanced yield performance? EnduraPro fungicide? Correct! Yeah. It's a clear victory with EnduraPro fungicide, the newest weapon against the toughest potato diseases. Now available from BASF. Ask your retailer about EnduraPro fungicide. Always read and follow label directions.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Remember, they're licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. And the folks at the Sarr Agency wishing you a very happy and safe holiday season. Remember, whatever you need when it comes to that crop insurance, you can get a hold of their agents on their cell for questions or emergencies, or you can give the office a call at 989-868-4722. Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton,